This is Tom Platz, one of the most iconic bodybuilders of all time, and most famous for training like a complete psycho. The combined volume of Arnold and intensity of Mike Mentzer, or what I'm calling high intensity, high volume training, which therefore creates the most difficult workouts in the world, so they say. Over the next few days, I'm going to be putting myself through the exact workouts he used to podium multiple times in the Mr. Olympia golden era, in order to answer the question, just how crazy were Tom's methods, and are they even worth doing today?
Life and death will take place every workout.
So, who actually is Tom Platz?
Well, quite simply, Tom Platz is just an OG bodybuilder that is most famous for training stupidly intensely and having like the biggest legs ever seen on stage.
How is he different from any others in his era?
Well, okay, today is the day. Day one of training like Tom Platz. Without overstating it, this could quite possibly be the hardest couple days of training that I have ever done. First on the agenda, back and shoulders. Let's do it. In general, there's like two ways that bodybuilders train. You either have high amounts of volume and therefore the intensity is lower, or you have high amounts of intensity and the volume is lower. What makes Tom different is that he's here and here. He is high intensity, high volume, aka stupidly intense.
Is this not effective?
Yes and no. Change of plan, just got to the gym, it's closed, but going home gym for chest and rear delts for day one instead. Oh, I am not ready for this. Just 15 sets of incline dumbbell bench to start. Oh, why did I do this video? Okay. Already I came across my main concern for this thing on just the first exercise. So many sets of just one exercise not only just kills you off, but is also extremely boring. I felt like I was hitting brain failure before muscular failure. But there were less sets for the rest of the exercises in this workout, so I cracked on. And come the end of it, I actually had a pretty sick pump. There is very big upsides to this, but also very big downsides. Doing high levels of both of those things will at the very least guarantee that you are doing enough, but it will also almost certainly guarantee that you are doing too much, to the point where not only is it just going to take a really long time to like do all the workouts, but it's going to result in overtraining, injuries, not like being able to recover, and therefore not as many gains as you should be getting for how hard you are training. The body just doesn't work like that. It's not the more you put in, the more you get out. There is just a limit that it can't pass, which for that reason specifically is what hindered Tom's progress the most. Obviously he made incredible progress, mainly due to his specific advantages, but he would have made even more if he didn't massively surpass that limit of the bodies so often.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, that is the first workout of the training like Tom Platz experiment. Yeah, complete. Mixed feelings. Definitely swaying more one way than another in terms of positive and negative. You can probably guess which way, but more to the other way than I expected as well. Now, I don't want to jump to any conclusions before I've at least tried the majority of the workout, so you're going to have to wait and see to know exactly what I think. So yeah, on to the next one. Day two. Luckily, Tom Platz has a rest day after every session that he does. And with how I feel at the moment, that is definitely a good decision. I did chest. Why do my lats ache? Honestly, I haven't felt like this amount of muscle soreness the day after training for a very long time. And it's kind of nice just knowing that there is a 100% chance that I at least did enough to maximize my muscle growth for yesterday's session is quite good, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I can today to recover as much as possible, because tomorrow I have an equally, if not even bigger, workout to do. So yeah, that is all for today. Tom Platz was able to train this way and still make incredible progress, even though not as much as he maybe could have, because of a couple reasons. Firstly, he is in the top 0.0000001% genetically. Like, he's a freak. But also he was smashing gear, basically meaning that his limit of where the body taps out is a lot higher. But Tom's training was so intense that sometimes he still even managed to outwork his gear and pass that even higher bar to the point where he needed to take extra rest time on specific muscle groups. Significant extra rest time.
Specifically?
His leg days, or his legs. Okay, day 3. Let's try the back workout again. Back and shoulders. It looks absolutely brutal. Okay, back workout done, session 2 of Tom Platz training done, and yeah, I got more thoughts. This time it is not so split. Let's just say I'm only 2 out of 5 workouts down, and the fatigue is already catching up to me. Tom only trained legs once every 2 weeks because of how hard he trained them. In his mind, this was actually a good thing, but this is where a lot of old bodybuilders just don't understand how it works. Volume and hypertrophy progress at a rate of diminishing returns. For example, you will make a lot more progress doing 6 sets of a muscle in a workout than you would doing just 2 sets. That is a 4-set difference. But if you then went for another 4-set increase between 6 and 10, that gap between 6 and 10 is a lot smaller than the gap between 2 and 6. So when your leg workouts consist of 25 plus sets for just the quads alone, it's too much.
Is there anything else you would say is done wrong?
Yeah. Firstly, he says his training style can be done by naturals. That is absolutely wrong, because even him on gear, like mentioned, it's too much for him. So take out the gear, it is way too much for naturals. But also just the core belief and principle that he has behind the way he trains is also just wrong.
What's his reason for this?
Okay, day 5, workout 3, arms and abs. Let's go do it. Today I was feeling much better. I think my body had maybe just started to adjust to the style of training. Maybe. Conclusion, my favourite so far and the shortest so far. I'm sure there's no correlation there, but the first workout to be hit by old bodybuilder rubbish exercise syndrome. Really did not like. But now it's time for the big one. Basically, Tom has the mindset where he believes there's like a total amount of volume that you need to do on each muscle per week, month, or whatever, and however you get to that volume, it doesn't matter. So he tends to do all of it in one go. However, that is not how it works. Your 20th set of chest after doing 19 previous ones in that very same session is not nearly as effective as your 20th set of chest that month if you had already done 4 sessions in that period beforehand. So it's only in that session like your 4th or 5th. That's just how it works. Okay then, this is the one we've been waiting for, isn't it? The 45 set leg day that Tom only does once every 2 weeks. There's a reason this one was, the last one that I'm doing, because it's definitely going to take me a couple days to fully recover from this. Let's get it done. First on the agenda, another 10 sets, barbell back squats. Just 4 reps into set 3, the lactic acid buildup had started. I knew that I was in for a rough one.
So I just want you to do 5, another 5 without stopping the set, another 5 without stopping the set. Then we'll go from there.
And it was at this point I realised why Tom only does legs once per fortnight. The muscle damage, lactic acid buildup, like I said, and sheer height of the intensity is going to mean that it's going to be a very long time before I can even walk normally, let alone even think about training them again. And spoilers, it's about 5 days since I trained them now. Still hurt. But regardless, I still finished off the quads with some leg extensions and then naturally did 3 more moves just for the calves. Oh, it's over. Training like Tom Platz is done. Oh my god, that one was the hardest. Oh dear. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I've just started up my car. I've got the clutch down and my leg won't stop shaking. I don't know if I can make it home. Oh my god.
Is there anything else you would say is done wrong?
Yeah, there is more, but mostly it all stems from that one belief. And I don't want to hate on Tom too much. I do like the guy. We have to remember that this was a while ago when Tom was like training at his peak. A lot of what we know now just simply wasn't known. Doing a silly amount of volume was just quite a common way to train back then. Look at Arnold. Tom just added more intensity to that, which for 99% of cases for anyone who trains in the world ever, making it more intense is normally a good thing, just not for Tom.
What did Tom do well then?
Well, like mentioned, Tom got a lot right, and everyone should aspire to train at the intensity that he does. He always trains so he at least maximized the amount of progress he could make on that specific day. He never walked out having needed to do a couple more sets to like reach the limit that we spoke about. And to be fair, with his enhancements, it's actually hard to tell how much of his volume was extra, overtraining, wasted, etc. Both because we don't know the specifics of his use and also how exactly it affects that bar. But so long as you're not actually Tom himself, then you need to divide all of his volume by at least 3 if you want to A, actually make any progress, or B, dramatic pause, not struggle to stand up out of a chair after nearly a week of training legs. So saying that it works, his training method works for naturals is not it.